Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we are having a look at the Papo 2015 Tyrannosaurus Rex repaint. Alright you guys, now I am so excited to finally have this. This was released late last year as a shared exclusive between different countries and different areas. It was available in Canada through Mastermind Toys, who did sell it through their website, but they did not want to sell the accompanying Velociraptor, which was packaged separately and in a very similar paint scheme to me, because I'm here in the US, and the Raptor apparently at the time was only available in store. So I was able to get the T-Rex. Didn't want to get just the T-Rex. I found out that there was a 2-pack that was available that you could get through South Korea. I found a seller on eBay that I tried to buy it from, and unfortunately I never received it. It just wasn't a very good experience. And then Europe had the 2-pack available through Toys R Us. Now, Dan's Dinosaurs has recently got both the T-Rex and the Raptor in stock for US buyers. And that made me so happy because I was finally able to get them and not have to pay out the roof just to have these 2 repainted dinosaurs, which are repainted from previous releases. So let's go ahead and open up the T-Rex and see what it is like. Like all Papo dinosaurs, it does come in a bag, and this one is taped. Sometimes they're sealed, sometimes they're taped, and definitely very well taped here in this case. And here we are. Very, very nice. Of course, this has a cardboard piece down at the leg to protect it from warping. And then you also get the Papo tag that all Papo dinosaurs have. I'm going to go ahead and get those removed. And here is the T-Rex without all of the wrapping and with the tags removed. And it looks really, really cool. The coloration is different here from the previously released Papo dinosaurs. As far as the 2 T-Rexes go. First you had the green one, then you had the brown one. I do have the brown one and we'll compare them in just a little bit. But looking at this one offers a new color scheme. You have purple, you have orange, you have a gray. It looks very, very cool. Now one thing I will say is that it does look like it's a little bit warped. Despite the fact that it had that cardboard piece here on its leg. The legs do look a little bit warped, especially this one that was actually protected by the cardboard. Just sticking out a little bit too far. But the dinosaur still stands, quite obviously, and doesn't seem to be affecting his ability to be placed on a shelf. I might be able to fix that with some hot water, or maybe after a little while it'll just kind of fix back into position. I guess we'll see. The very first version of this T-Rex, which was the green one, had a different lower jaw. It looked a little bit more like the Jurassic Park T-Rex, even though this one quite obviously is based off of that same aesthetic. The green T-Rex of course, was based off of the dinosaur's appearance in the Lost World Jurassic Park, and the brown one was based off of the female from that same film, and especially the female from the very first Jurassic Park film. Although the sculpt on this T-Rex is completely identical to the brown version, the paint scheme, of course, is entirely different. Go ahead and give you a close-up here of the head, and you can truly see how detailed this new paint scheme is. Like I said, the sculpt on this T-Rex has always been phenomenal. And if you're a Jurassic Park fan, then no doubt you're aware of this T-Rex. And you probably already own one. The color scheme on this one, though, I think is a lot more detailed. There's more going on. You can see all sorts of colors. There's even a bit of a gloss to the coloring there around his face. A little bit of a sheen to him, which I just think looks magnificent. All sorts of colors, really. You got some orange, you got some purple, you got some blue, some gray, some tan. This is just absolutely excellent. I didn't really expect that I was going to like this paint scheme as much as I do. From the front here, looks very, very nice. The teeth are a little bit pearly white in my opinion, but it by no means looks bad. It's just, I think they're a little bit too white. But all around, this just looks absolutely terrific. Very, very nicely done job on Papo's part. I also really like the color of the eye. It looks orange with a black pupil. I just think that looks really, really nice. Now, of course, you still can open the jaw, just as was the case on the previous Papo upright T-Rexes. And looking inside the mouth, there is quite a bit of detail to be seen. They did a really nice job sculpting that tongue. And just the folds here inside the mouth look very, very nice. Give you a look at the roof of the mouth, and that's just really, really good detail. Now, as for the rest of the body, of course, you get a lot of nice sculpted detail. This has always been one of my favorite dinosaurs in my collection across all the brands that I have. And it still holds up to this day, even though this was originally released a decade ago. I think it still looks absolutely excellent. And just look at the legs, and down here the lower legs, the toes, claws there, underside of the dinosaur. All kinds of great sculpt work going on. And you see his tail, her tail, and really happy with the aesthetic here. And then the paint scheme that they did, of course, it's very different from previous versions of this T-Rex that were released, but it still looks incredible. And it's a little bit more bird-like in my opinion. Definitely more artistic liberty was taken with the paint scheme on this dinosaur, but I just think it looks great. I love the purple, I love the orange, and there's a very nice gradient between the colors. That way, it still looks a bit natural. It doesn't look obnoxious. It doesn't look, too unrealistic. I mean, it definitely looks like something that could have existed. So I'm really happy that the plausibility aspect remains intact because, it still looks like this could have been the color scheme of the T-Rex. We simply don't know. His claws look great. Right here's his chest. The folds here in the neck. Just all around a very magnificent piece. Now I'll give you a comparison here of the brown upright T-Rex, which is the second version that Papo released, and then the most recent version, the purple and orange striped repaint. And of course, the original, like I said, is based more off of Jurassic Park. The paint scheme is quite similar to what we saw with Rexy in that movie. And it's a very nice paint scheme. It's very natural. There's not a whole lot going on with it. You just see the brown, you see the tan, you see the stripes going down its body. It looks very, very good. Of course, the new one is a lot different. It's more colorful, more vivid, and in my opinion, quite a bit more creative. And I also mentioned how this repaint has a bit of a warped leg. If you look at the original, both of the feet are planted very firmly on the surface, whereas this one, its left foot is kind of angled upward, as if it's doing a toe tapping sort of thing. And the other thing I had pointed out was that the teeth on the new one are a little bit more white than they were on this brown version. You can see there's more detail going on, little traces of plaque, or maybe its last meal here on the teeth. You don't really see that with the new one. So in that respect, I do think I like the teeth better on the brown T-Rex. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Papo 2015 Upright Tyrannosaurus Rex repaint. Overall, I'm actually very, very pleased with the way that this repaint turned out. I do think it's going to be the kind of thing that you're either going to love or probably not really like all that much. While it still retains the absolutely fantastic sculpt of the previously released T-Rex, the paint scheme is very different from the original. And I do think a lot of people are going to prefer the brown version simply because it is closer to what we saw in Jurassic Park. But personally, I feel that I prefer this new repaint. I really love the vivid coloration. I think it brings out even more of the sculpted detail than the previous versions did, and I'm truly very happy with the way that it turned out. Papo has recently announced that for 2016 they will be re-releasing their running T-Rex in this same paint scheme, which I'm greatly looking forward to. The question remains, however, whether or not they will be re-releasing their baby T-Rex in this color scheme as well, and I certainly hope that they do. As for me, this was a purchase that was completely worth it. I picked it up from Dan's Dinosaurs and is a very nice piece to add to your Papo collection. Now, Dan's Dinosaurs does have a limited supply of these guys, and chances are that once they're sold, they may very well not be receiving any more in. So if you do want to get one of these, the time to buy would be now. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm going to go ahead and give this guy 5 stars. The anatomy of this T-Rex has never been 100% faithful to an actual T-Rex and what it would have looked like. They probably would not have been able to have stood in this position, and the arms are certainly a little bit too large. But nonetheless, as a very cool Tyrannosaurus Rex figure that looks much like the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus, I'm a huge fan of it, and I think it deserves the full 5 stars. Alright my friends, if you enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this repainted Papo T-Rex and whether or not you're planning on picking one up. Be sure and follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Till next time my friends, bye bye.